Hey, this is John Young. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing of a sander. This is a drywall sander here from Alloyman. This particular sander is a I'm going to read what it's a 1050 watt unit. It can vary as variable speed from 600 RPM up to 1200 RPM. It's got a light in the little thing. It's got the 12 by 9 sandpaper. It's got adjustable handle. We're going to dig into the unit right now and such. We'll put links, of course, in the description below so you can go check this out. It's available, I think, on Amazon and on their Alloyman website. First off, we've got a little carrying bag here. A little zipper bag for carrying things. I'm just going to set stuff off to the side here. Now, what this unit is and why I've got this is because we're going to be doing some drywall work on some things that have been textured years ago. And we need to sand the drywall off because we've got some cracks that have developed. Now, in that particular job, what we're going to need to do is we need to sand it down so we're smooth again. Then we're going to have to go and use a fast set mud. Because we did not use that the first time. And that's going to allow us to be able to open a crack, fill the crack, then it's going to be able to allow us to do things. But in order to do that, we have to take off the texture. That's what this is for. So it comes with the hose. We've got our little hose and a dust collection bag right here. Now, this is one of the things I'm a little even I'm not sure about this one, is does it have a vacuum? It doesn't say anything about it. Some of these will take a vacuum, so we're going to find this out together because I saw it and I liked the price, and it's the Black Friday special. So we're going to find out together. I kind of assumed it would need a vacuum because I've got some really nice wet dry vacs for such a thing, but maybe this has got it built in. We're going to find out together. So we're going to undo the cardboard here that is protecting the unit itself. Now, this comes with a variety of different little extras that you have with this. I'm just going to pull a couple of those out. First off, very important to have safety glasses. Because I wear prescription glasses, I wear a different type of safety glasses that I have custom made. But they've got some just regular clear ones, nicely included. There's some gloves, so if you're needing to have some gloves that won't fit an adult hand, you've got some gloves here. Actually, kind of a cool. Wish they would fit there. I like the coloration on them. But so there's gloves in here. The handle that's going to go in there. It has the tool, and then it has the different sanding wheels here. The pads. 240. I want to see if it's the same grit. There's an 80. There's a 150, 100, 80, 180. 150. So there's a variety of different textures or fineness of grit in that, and I think they said there was about a dozen, which is what it looks like there. And then a couple of other tools, a little screwdriver and an Allen wrench in there. We've got our actual, well, let's start here. The actual unit itself, the head of it has, there's a little piece of cardboard. Now it has some LED lights in here that work around the outer edge of it. You've got your Velcro, your hook, and the hook area here where you put the sandpaper on. It's got the little Velcro-y type connection. It has a little bristle edge on it, so that's going to help kind of sweep things and kind of keep that, but yet allow air to move. The important thing with these things is air has to be able to move. It has to be able to come from out here and go in here. And if it can't do that, if this would be like a rubber gasket and sealed, you're not going to get any air movement, and it doesn't do anything. It's just going to stick and sit there. So that's why you need to have bristles that will allow some air to go through but contain the dust, so the unit will pull the dust on through. So just going to kind of do this. Sorry, a little quick snap here, it looks like, for the handle. The head, of course, has some pivoting action to it. Oh, hey, and eventually, way at the very, very bottom are the instructions for it. So, excellent. I'm gonna go through and check those out. We've got our power cord here, and again, there was an extension on it, so it can. I think this said up to 65 inch in length, so that you can have the reach out there for when you need to get a little bit farther, which is kind of nice. And again, there's the little handle with that, and I believe, and a little adapter here. So what I'm going to do is going to go and take this and look at it a little bit and shut the cameras off for a few, and then I'm going to come back and kind of give you an idea exactly what is needed as in how I need to finish assembling this. Now that I found the directions, which were at the very bottom of the box. So let's just put a pause on this, and we'll be back and finish our little video on unboxing and getting it set up and ready to use. All right, so after going through and looking at it a little bit more, I can answer some questions now. Because, again, typically you open a box and you like to find the instructions at the top. That was at the bottom. But what this is a self-contained unit. It has the dual-purpose motor here that runs both the sandpaper, the orbiting sandpaper here, and it runs a little vacuum in here. We can adjust the suction right here on the very front. There's a little adjustment, and we'll do that in just a second. The handle, this is an extension for it. You don't need it, and all basically we do is you take out these two little bolts there and put the handle on here, and we're good to go. There's the handle itself, the extension, has a flat side that goes towards the bottom as you put it in there. I'm not going to need the handle, and I'm not going to put it together for this because I want to kind of demonstrate this a little bit. So we've got the power cord, and we'll plug that in here in just a second. This over off to the side. Now the sandpaper will go on the unit. I'm just going to bring one of them out here. And we'll be using probably that first pass about, I would say we're probably going to be using that 150. But it's kind of that hook and loop type of a thing where you basically put it on there, and there's holes. There's holes in the head, and you just line the holes up with the holes in the sandpaper. Once it's on there, that's literally all it is right there, and it's good to go. So let's plug this in and see what happens here. There's a little on-off switch on the side of the motor. I want to make sure it's set to off, so we're good there. Now let's do that so you guys can see. Okay, so we are off there. And then I'll turn the motor on. Let's see, where did that switch go? It's down there. Oh, that's our light switch, excuse me. Okay, and that is all controlled up here by the little thumb switch right here. And that little switch down here was for the light. It's not, the instructions aren't the greatest on this particular one. And then we have the ability to adjust the vacuum right there. Let's just see. Okay, so then it blows out the back. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to take the bag. Now, the bag on this, it has the hose and our collection bag. And I want to try to put that up here where you guys will be able to see it. And let's see if it inflates. Now, the hose that connects has got a flat side to it, and it goes in, and then there's a little color here that turns and catches. It goes onto it and turns and catches. So it's really quite a simple process. Goes on, and then it turns and locks it in. So now this won't come out. So we should be ready to go. So now the little bag, this is my dust bag. And I'm ready to go. And then, of course, on the side here, I've got a little speed control, so I can turn it down and make it so it's a lot quieter and a lot slower. And then I can crank it up. So it's on-off with the thumb, speed control down here with more of my fingers on the other side here. And then, of course, the bag is hooked up, and the sandpaper, everything's here. And there's, of course, the little LED lights. Now, this is a plug-in unit. It is not a battery or cordless one, but it is a self-contained. It does not need an additional vacuum. Could I put one on here? I suppose I could, because there is an adapter in here that is in the box that would allow us to go from the hose to this. So if I needed to have more suction, I suppose I could go that route and utilize it that way also, but it's designed to be basically a one-piece solution for those smaller jobs that you need to go, knock down some popcorn on the ceiling. Once you've gone through and done some work with it, this could be the thing that would do the final touches with it and be able to make it a much nicer spot. If you have questions about popcorn on the ceiling, how to remove that, that's a big issue, and a lot of people have that. There's ways to do that. This is probably not the way to start. This would be more of the after you've knocked down these sharp points and such with scrapers and things, which is kind of a mess, but hey, this is part of the process with popcorn ceilings. We'll put a link to the description below. This looks like it's going to be kind of a good tool for what I'm needing. Again, it's not very clear on the website and such if you needed the vacuum or not or what it is, but it is all built in and it's one unit, and you don't have to have a wet dry vac to go with this, and you're going to be ready to go and hopefully be able to do some sanding of that sheetrock and keeping your house much, much cleaner. Again, links in the description below. This is John Young. Thanks for watching.